All right, we're live. We're trying a new time slot this morning, 10 o'clock a.m. It's we're a little bit early, 9:56 a.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. Praise the Lord. Jesus, we love you. Jesus, Jesus. It's all about you. Welcome to our live chat room. A lot going on in the world today, and we need Jesus. We need Jesus in our lives and in our hearts, and we need him now more than ever. We see so much going on in the Middle East, and especially when you're looking at Bible prophecy and you see Egypt and Iran and Israel surrounded on all sides, Hamas and Hezbollah, and those Iranian-backed militias that want to destroy Israel from the land and to the sea. That means wipe them off the face of the earth. And it's a difficult time for the Jewish people, and I never thought I would see such hate. I never thought I would see such hate. Look what they did to Donald Trump, and he never incited any insurrection. He told them to go to the Capitol and protest peacefully. What about Rashida Tlaib from my state, Michigan, who I guess you could call her an insurrectionist? She was out there protesting with the Palestinian protesters, crying as they made their way into the Capitol and took over the Capitol. Hi, Heidi. God bless you. 7 o'clock in the morning, in the morning right here. What state are you in? Not California, right? Arizona? I forget. I've got old-timers disease. But she should be kicked out of Congress, the entire squad. This Ilhan Omar and the others, we all know AOC. But Rashida Tlaib, didn't she incite an insurrection at the Capitol? Capitol police were there and using wire ties to handcuff the protesters that gathered at the bequest of Rashida Tlaib. What is wrong with voters today? What is wrong with voters today? Why do we vote these people in office? What's wrong with the people of my great state of Michigan? Have you lost your minds? Minnesota, our neighbor, Michigan's neighbor, Minnesota. Ilhan Omar. America, right after 9/11, September 11th, 2001, that terrible day attack on America by Islamic terrorists, Islamic jihadists. What do? You vote. We got Osama bin Laden. We got Saddam Hussein. What do, America? With the tears running down your cheek? Who do you elect as president? A Muslim. Barack Hussein, Saddam Hussein, Obama, Osama. I mean, have we lost our minds? I didn't vote for Obama. People, what is wrong with you? Heidi, what's wrong with people today? I mean, I just don't know. Oh, you're in California. Something told me that, but I was thinking Arizona. Oh, Scottsdale, Arizona. Oh, okay, so I did get it right. I knew there was Arizona was in the mix, but you're from originally California, but right now you're in Arizona. Oh, my. I want to go back, because nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. This morning, I missed the Outer Banks, the OBX, the Outer Banks of North Carolina, Hatteras Island. The sound side and the ocean side, the Atlantic Ocean and the wind in your face, I miss it. I don't like the cold winters of Michigan. Heidi, you ought to come to Michigan and experience the snowstorms and the ice storms. You're trying to drive in an ice storm, and even the heat on your defroster doesn't melt the ice. And you're trying to peek through a little tiny window that's defrosted as you're trying to drive in traffic. Or put on your brakes and they don't work because you think you got four-wheel drive. I love people in Michigan. I'm not worried. I got four-wheel drive. It doesn't work in ice. It doesn't work in ice. So they're flying down the interstate at 90 miles an hour. Traffic is backed up. So, well, I've got four-wheel drive. So they put on their brakes and they slide right into a whole caravan of cars. It's for deep, deep snow or sand. Like you're on the Outer Banks, you go to the beach, it's sand. You got to have a four-wheel drive. It's not for snow. It's not for ice. Oh, Heidi, what are we going to do? They're still looking for the shooter from Lewiston, Maine. And it brings me back. They haven't found him. They went, they heard bangs, and they went to a house there where they thought evidently he was. I guess people could hear the police saying, come out, don't have anything in your hands, but it turned out to be a dead end, I guess, a dud. Day 2, they haven't found this shooter. And it's taken me back, my memory back to, remember Gabby Petito was videotaping for YouTube and the internet her trip across the United States with her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. And she came up missing. And the search was on for the boyfriend. He went home, they got a camper, and they went on a camping trip, and he was nowhere to be found. They had massive, massive search and manhunt for Brian Laundrie when they found that she had died, that she had been strangled to death. They found her body thanks to someone that was there and remember seeing that van. But they couldn't find him. They were searching the swamps in Florida. They were searched every area of it. But months later, he turns up. The parents take them right to where his skeletal remains were. I'm wondering, do you think, I got a feeling that this guy is no longer alive, that maybe somewhere in the woods, eventually they will find his remains. But how can anyone, talking about mental illness, and of course Biden wants to take away your Second Amendment rights. I seen a Yahoo on the Newsmax this morning. They were interviewing this doctor, psychiatrist. Well, I got rid of all my guns, and we don't need them high-capacity magazines. We don't need them assault rifles. You know, it's not spoons that make us fat. We eat too much, or forks, and it's not the gun. We have no mental health facilities here anymore. When Jimmy Carter came in office, they started closing all of the asylums, the mental health hospitals. And they're roaming the streets, and I see it every day dealing with the homeless. I'm going to see it today. I'm going to go out up to Hemphill Road and help some homeless people up there. And some have schizophrenia, and some are just homeless, and others have mental illness. Let me see. You're going to get a big chill. Down there in Arizona, you're going to get an Arizona chill? What are you going to get, iced tea? The coldest chill that gets in Arizona is probably 80 degrees. 80 degrees in Michigan, we're running around in shorts and tank tops. 60 degrees, we're running around in shorts and tank tops. Heidi says, I've been having problems with my washing machine and dryer. Message every washing machine, and then if makes that noise, thousands of dollars for these machines, and they don't. Yeah, I know. It's all a money grab, like Halloween. Why are churches doing trunk and treat? I mean, it's a pagan day, and it's like Christy says about other holiday, Hallmark holiday. It's a money making. Look at Halloween candy. If you want to pass out candy to the little kids, look how expensive it is. It's all of these holidays: Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween. All of it is money makers. Money, money, ba da da, dum 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 dum, money. Oh my! It's all about money. It's all about money. Well, I thought I'd try the 10 a.m. time slot, but there's nobody here but me and you, Heidi. It's me and you against the world. Sometimes, how do you feel like you and me against the world? There's blue skies crying in the rain. There you are. Hey, good morning, blue sky, with that big heart. Big heart. I was just talking about this, I don't know if you caught it or not, blue sky, but this main shooter, good morning. I'm wondering if maybe it reminds me of the Gabby Petito murder and the hunt for the manhunt for her alleged boyfriend Brian Laundrie, and they searched and there he was in the swamp. The parents led right to the body, the remains. I wonder if that's not going to be the case because they haven't found this guy yet. And he was only, and no offense to anybody in the military, in the reserves, but he never seen active duty, so he never went overseas to fight. He just hung out at the camp over there. But all the warning signs, I just wonder, this mental illness, and it's not the guns, it's not the assault rifles. Could you imagine the people in Israel on the border of Gaza, those that lived there during that horrendous attack? And we see pictures on Facebook and on other sources of people in Israel walking down the street holding their baby, and they got an assault rifle over their shoulder. Well, they didn't on the morning of October 7th when these paragliders, could you imagine paragliders coming in? If the people woke up and they had assault rifles, it'd be like skeet shooting. They'd just pick them all off. But they were unarmed. And that's what our president wants, us unarmed. He wants us unarmed and unable. That's what Hitler did. That's what Hitler did. And I don't know. It's just discouraging. But I got a feeling that they're not going to find him. And I guess they're looking in Canada now. I don't know what I heard on the news. But the news of the day is Jesus is coming. And he wants us to be ready. And we were talking yesterday morning about being ready and being a prepper, but we got to be a prepper. We got to prepare for Jesus' coming in the clouds and be ready and be mindful of the things that Jesus so loves and is concerned about, the children of the world and the peace in the world, and to love even thy enemy. Love those that persecute you and despitefully. You love them. And his whole ministry is about love, and we need to love each other. And he wants to sup with us. He wants to come into our hearts. And if you don't know Jesus today, won't you invite him into your heart? Won't you make him the Lord and the ruler over your life? It's so simple. It's so easy. You can do it right this second. Just say, Father God, I'm a sinner. Please forgive me. I know that you raised Jesus from the dead. Jesus, come into my heart and be the Lord and ruler over my life. It's that simple. All who call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. All. Not some, all. Thanksgiving is another. It's another. Reminds me of Land O'Lakes butter. We're calling the Land O'Lakes here in Michigan because of the Great Lakes. And it had the Indian girl, the Native American girl, indigenous girl on the package, on the box. And what did they do? They kept the land and they got rid of the Indian. They kept the land on Land O'Lakes. They kept the Land O'Lakes and they got rid of the Indian. Makes you think, doesn't it? Doesn't it make you think? Takaful, C's chocolate are good, 45 cloudy. Chocolates are good. I don't know what the weather is. Let me see, what's the weather in our neighborhood? Oh, I don't know. I think it's going to be almost 70 today. It's going to be 74. It's partly cloudy. And it is, I don't know what it is. What happened to that? It is 67. Can you see that? Can you see that? 67 degrees. And that's the last warm day here. We think 67, Heidi, is warm. It's a heat wave. Our friend Chakafold in the UP wished it was 67. He'd be running around in a little tank top and jogging down the country road. Oh my! I miss the warm. I'm going through. I'm so grateful to be alive. To have gone back home to West Virginia, where my real grandpa was from, West Virginia. And oh, my mom grew up in part of her life in West Virginia because of her dad was from, he was a real cowboy. He had cattle and he had horses. And maybe that's where I get wanting to wear all my hats all the time. I don't have a hat on today. We need Jesus now more than ever. I guess Biden, I don't know. He's what I really believe. You might think I'm crazy, but I still look at pictures of Senator Biden, even as vice president with Barack Obama. And I look at the Joe Biden of today, and they're not the same person. Your face doesn't change that much unless you get slam into the back end of a semi-truck and get your face smashed. Your features don't change that much. Who is this man? But it doesn't. You know, it doesn't matter who he is. It doesn't matter if he's a clone, because in reality, this is Obama's third term. Think about it. He's the puppet master pulling all the strings. Obama's just a little puppet. You know, he's just a little puppet. We had our heat wave the first 4 days in October. Oh, yeah, my stepson went to go to the UP, or close to the UP, northern part of Michigan, over the weekend, last weekend. He came home early. It was camping, but it was just cold and miserable rain. And that's all we've had. It's rainy today. It's cloudy and rainy today again. So we might get a break in the weather, but it's rainy. So, and I'm still recovering from the surgery and reading my PET scan. I don't know what I'm reading. The doctor hasn't called me, so I guess I don't have to be rushed in for treatment. I haven't got a phone call. It seems okay. It looks good, but I'm not a doctor. So I don't know. I'm waiting on getting results from that. I can't tell the results myself. I don't know what it says, But I like coming in at 10 in the morning. I think it's a little bit better time. We all need to pray more. That's what the Lord is putting heavy on my heart. We're not praying. We're asking for things for ourselves, but are we praying for others? You can get on a social media and people ask for prayer, and everyone will type in praying, and you get the little praying hands pop up on the screen. lifting you up in prayer. Praying. But are you praying for that person? Or are you just typing out the words? Are we praying for the people, the innocents in Israel and in Gaza, the innocent Palestinian children that are not at fault? All children are innocent, that are losing their parents and they're being made human shields. Are we praying for the leaders of this nation? The new Speaker of the House? Are people really going to God and praying for Speaker Johnson? Now, are we doing these things? We need to. I think that man he may have committed suicide. We don't know. I was just thinking back to that Brian Laundrie fellow. They couldn't find him in a massive manhunt, and people were coming up with sightings, calling the news in. Remember, for Brian Laundrie, and it was all just people losing their minds, seeing things. But hopefully he's not. He's disarmed and disabled somehow now, so he doesn't hurt anyone else. I don't want to see anyone take their life. I don't want to see that happen. That's not my desire. My desire is for his heart to soften and see and realize what he has done, and to beg our Father for forgiveness. I don't want to see anyone anymore perish. Too many people are dying. And it's not the guns. It's the world. It's the things that we listen to on a daily basis. It's the foods we eat, the contaminants going into our mind and into our body, the programming and deprogramming from the mainstream media, lamestream news, and putting ideas, subliminal messages. You can't go to watch a movie on Netflix. It really was big time in the theater. They would use subliminal messages. They wanted you to get up during a movie at the theater, and they still do now. They want to make money at the concession stand. So they're going to play little dancing chocolate bars and popcorn and pop, and the little characters walking around with their popcorn. It's a subliminal message you to go and spend some money at the concession stand. And then it got even worse than that. Then it got you to program to your mind mentally to believe it's okay to take God's rainbow and make it a symbol of pedophilia and homosexuality. And make you believe, they make you believe these things. You can watch a Netflix movie, and it might be a family movie, but there's subliminal messages placed in there. And that's what needs to stop. Not disarm the American people and take away their assault guns. Arm them. Could you imagine if that bowling alley for young people, a little bowling tournament for children, a 10-year-old shot, grazed by a bullet? Could you imagine if the parents of those children in that bowling alley were all armed with a 9mm, a Glock, AR-15? That guy would have never walked into that bowling alley. If those in the bar and they're playing cornhole, if the guys and gals in Maine were all carrying, you think he would have walked in there? Of course not. Of course not. These are what's called soft targets. Everything in the world is a soft target. Everything is a soft target in this world. And it's, for those that are unstable, it's an easy pickings, it's just easy pickings. But I love the Lord, and I can't believe ever in taking anyone's life, but if someone's breaking into my house, there's going to be a red beam right on the middle of your forehead. So I'm telling you, you're not going to hurt my wife. You're not going to hurt my children. I'm not going to let you. I'm going to be ready. And like I'm ready for the rapture. I'm so ready. I'm feeling a lot better. I got this on. These are the patches, and they're in the links that Christy has, a pastor friend of ours, Skip Sardasky. And Christy grew up with him and went to school with him. Knew him before he was a pastor, when he was a sinner. Oh, and he has a testimony. Pastor Skip, he was a sinner and a drug user and stole cars and got in all kind of trouble. And one day he was not wanting to be here anymore. You know what I mean? And we were just talking about suicide. And someone led him to the Lord. And his mother was been praying and praying. His mother was a prayer warrior, worried about her son. And he accepted Jesus, and he was set free of his addictions and gave his life to the Lord and has been serving the Lord. Went to Bible college. He became ordained, and he found these patches that they work on the cellular level, and like with your the stem cells, and they work off the heat of your body. So this is on, and I guess it's like a little solar panel that works from the electricity in the body and the rays of the sun, and it rejuvenates the stem cells and repairs and instant pain relief and inflammation. So hit me up if you guys are interested. Chrissy became an avid. She's the biggest critic. Miss Christie is the biggest critic of anything out there. She's got to try it for months and months, and she's been working on this for a long time. And she was supposed to go tomorrow to physical therapy. She got hip spurs. She had no more hip pain. I came on here before I tried the patch and had went and had a picture MRI or whatever they call it on my shoulder, because I couldn't, here's my right arm, I couldn't do this to scratch my head with my left arm. I would get up about this high and that's it. And I was in excruciating pain, and I have arthritis, severe inflammation, and bone spurs. That came out, that showed up in my PET scan, the bone spur. And look at this. I'm telling you, this is simply amazing. So it helps with pain and discomfort and with memory loss, and it helps bring the body back to its the way God intended it to be. So our bodies are made and designed to heal themselves. You get a cut on your finger, and what do? We run in the cupboard, we spray some chemicals on our arm, and we stick a Band-Aid on there. Do you ever know if you just hold it for a second, it gets a scab? Our body has a built-in Band-Aid system, and our bodies are meant to heal themselves. So I just wanted to promote that. We're promoting that now, and so many people now, I'm surprised, have come and tried these. Don't try to find them on Amazon, and they're so expensive. They're not expensive. They were never meant to be that expensive, but they work. That's all I know. And looking at studies and doctors, and I'm watching, because our Michigan Detroit Lions are finally, for the first time in a long time, winning, and they're playing Monday Night Football. So I was doing research on these patches, and the sports team use them. The Detroit Lions are big advocates for these patches, and the Broncos and the New York Jets and all the sports teams and the basketball teams are all using these LifeWave patches, and they're just simply amazing. And I'm just thrilled over this. I'm going to go to the doctor and say, "Hey, doc, what's happening? I couldn't do that before. I could do it with this arm, but I don't know." There was no medicine, no drugs, no fentanyl, nothing poisonous going in your body. It's using your natural immune system and stem cells. It's like rejuvenating and reversing aging. New York City offering Margaret one-way ticket to leave. Yeah, I know. They're a sanctuary city. Chockaful, they're a sanctuary city. What does it say on Ellis Island? Everybody come in. Now don't come in anymore because the border's wide open. The border's wide open. We're sending battleships. Go Vikings. I think they wear the patches too. I should bring it out. It's in the other room. It's a whole list of the sports teams that use it in sports medicine. And it was approved. The Lifeway patch that Christie is a distributor of now is approved for the U.S. Olympic teams. So the swim teams and that, they all stick the patch on. And you put it on, you're supposed to put it either behind the base of your neck or 2 fingers below your belly button. It works kind of on the body's meridians and different parts and acupuncture points in the body. Like right here would be for your lung. I know a lot about the pressure points and acupoints from years and years of studying. And this works on the same principle. I put mine on the shoulder. One place to put it would be a patch in your wrist. That's a very important. So I know a little bit more than even the founder of these patches, where to place these patches. And you can place it right on your, where you're having the pain. That's what I did. I was having the pain, so I put it here. Then I tried it on the base of my neck, and it still worked. So it doesn't matter where you put it. It's going to go to whatever area of your body that has inflammation and is degenerative, spinal scoliosis and different things like that, and reverse that. Go Vikings. I like the Vikings. I used to love watching them when they played the Lions, because I'm from Michigan, Detroit. But all these teams are changing their uniform. Now the Vikings, do they still have that really cool purple? Or did they go wacko? I guess the Detroit Lions, I have to wait till Monday night. I don't sit up, though. I'm in bed at 7:30. I'm sleeping. But they're supposed to be wearing some kind of new blue helmet. I don't know. Just go back to the old uniforms. And what happened to all the old teams? The LA Rams, they're all somebody else now. I'm confused. Because I got away from sports. Christy don't like sports, so I just won't. I won't torture her and watch it, you know what I mean? Oh, they still have the nice purple? Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for purple. The color purple. Christy's favorite color, purple. Well, I think I'm going to sign off and hit Flint, Michigan and Burton, Michigan. I'm going to go up to now that I know the McLaren MRI invites the homeless in, I'm going to go there and see how many homeless might be in there getting warm and or getting a little bit of sleep. And then I know on Bellinger and Court Street there's a Taco Bell, and that's the big hangout for the homeless there in Flint on Bellinger and Court Street. Then I'm going to make the trip down Center Road. Your husband's a big fan of the Lions. Are they kitty cats? Blue sky. Our offerings none for a couple of days, and that's okay. Or yes, done yesterday and none today. And pray about our ministry and outreach to the homeless. And I'll see you guys probably in a little bit. And something new every morning. I'm going to do 60 seconds of breaking news on a short, a reel or short for YouTube.